You're talking about Dubai, the gold dinar?
Oh, yeah. So what they did is strong on Dubai and said, hey, look, you walk out of that council, we'll give you the reactor. That's what they did. And, it's obvious. Because you know the way these people's minds work. They're as crooked as a dog's tail. Anyway, the bank that went under yesterday, I forget the name of it already. Something United.
Something United out of Florida.
Right, biggest bank in Florida. I get two figures, 13.1 and 12.8 billion dollar bank. Assets of 4.6 billion. Real estate problems. Number 34 failure of the year. The biggest one since IndyMac. IndyMac was about 20. That puts the FDIC offside, I think, about 70 billion or something like that. They're going to get $500 billion from the government, which you get to pay for. Anyway, the bottom line is this. If they're going to bail out 19 insolvent major banks, why can't they bail out this one? This would have been easy. I'll tell you why they didn't do it. Because there's three bidders for that bank.
Yep.
Oh, what's left of it? Number one, Blackstone. Illuminati, through and through. Carlyle Corporation. Illuminati, top Illuminati company in America. And the third one, I forget, there was a Cheltenham or something like that. Same thing. I had them checked out. They're all Illuminists. And what they're doing is they're picking off these banks. And I told you 3 years ago this was going to happen. And they've been expanding their own kingdom. And these are private equity groups is what they are. And they'll go in, get them running, and you get to pay for it, incidentally, because you're going to finance these three groups that are bidding together for the banks, for this bank. And then after they fix it up, they'll sell it at a giant profit. Either that, or they'll sell it to another one of these Bank of America, J.P. Morgan Chase, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, etc. This is what they're up to. And we forecasted a long time ago. And so, if you want to know what's going to happen, listen to Melody's show program, because evidently I have God sitting on my shoulder. Because I have been wrong for years.
You know what, Bob? I saw that this morning when they were talking about that, and I think it was $900 billion. But if you look to these guys that can borrow money out of that TALF program, they only have to put up 6%. And you're right about them selling it. 2 years they can walk away from it, and it won't cost them a dime.
That's right.
Not a dime.
A giant scam.
Yeah.
I think, in the final analysis, the only thing that's going to solve this is Bush and his gang all go to Nuremberg-type trials for torture and all of that other stuff. And the rest of them convict them for treason and other things and put them in the slammer. And the only way we're going to get to do that is if the government collapses. And unless we get these two pieces of legislation passed, the government will collapse. And then you'll have to do it in the streets. And then there won't be anybody to try because they'll all be dead. Because too many people know who they are. This is not 1960, 70, 80, when we didn't have the Internet. People have lists of these people. Do they really think they're going to live? Ain't going to happen. The public's going to go after them. Especially in a city like New York. I mean, those people really know how to be animals. And so I wouldn't want to be them. They stepped over the line this time, and there ain't no coming back. It's not something I'll do. The public will do it. Remember, in the French Revolution, Manon Lafage sentenced 300,000 people to have their heads cut off. That will be a small-time picnic when the public gets through with these people. And it's going to happen unless you get that legislation passed. That's how important it is. Because the congressmen are on the run. Why else would they co-sponsor a bill to do away with the Federal Reserve, who's paying them off, unless they were terrified? And the bill's by Ron Paul, and they hate him. Can you see what trouble they're in? And I just hope my radio programs in the last 3 weeks have had some impact, because some of these stations are on, they tell me they're called flamethrowers. And evidently there's this big wattage, and they get all over the place. And so a lot of people must have picked up the cudgel and did something, because we're getting results. Your influence counts. Use it. These guys want to get reelected. Terrify them. Don't ask, just say, I demand that you get this bill out of committee and get it passed. I demand that you put up trade tariffs to stop our jobs from going to China, India, Mexico, etc. Now.
I like that. I demand. That's what needs to be done. And we'll be heading to...
Well, I learned that from all of the women I've known in my life.
Oh. Don't tell me we're going to go back to this Adam and Eve stuff again.
Incidentally, gold's up $6.10 in the aftermarket, and silver's up 25 cents.
And we're heading to break.
Okay.
We'll be right back.
Okay.
And thank you for joining us this afternoon. It is Friday, May 22nd, 2009. Thank you for joining us. You're listening to Financial Survival. I'm Melody Cedarstrom, and this program will be replayed on Monday, Memorial Day. And 1-800-375-4188 for all your gold and silver coin needs, and for your complimentary issue, give us a call on our telephone number. And Bob, it's your time to tell us about the International Forecaster.
The International Forecast is about business, finance, economics, social, and political issues all over the world. We publish via email on Wednesdays and Saturdays, usually around 35 or 40 pages. We have a hard copy that goes out twice a month for those who are not on the Internet. If you'd like to go to our site, the address is theinternationalforecaster.com. The International FORECASTER.com. If you'd like to email us with a question, that address is Bob, B-O-B, at INTFORECASTER.com. Bob at intforecaster.com.
Well, that's better than me. I couldn't remember the date. So, it's Friday.
Well, I didn't want to say anything.
Yeah, I know. 800-375-4188. That's 1-800-375-4188 for your complimentary issue to the International Forecaster. And you know what, folks? Someone called me and they gave me some comparisons of some of my competitors, and it was amazing. 63 Saints, they're charging 43%, and it's, you know, and that's probably a low price compared to a lot of my other competitors, you know, and so they're switching off from $5 commemoratives, which they highly recommend most of the time, and switching to $20 gold pieces with higher premiums. And folks, $5 commemoratives do not have a full quarter ounce of gold in them. You know, just like the $5 Liberty, they do not have a full quarter ounce. The $20 gold pieces, they don't have a full ounce of gold. They're shy. It doesn't make a difference if you're buying one or two, but if you're buying a substantial amount of them, it makes a significant difference. So, you know, be careful. Same way with these Swiss francs and these British sovereigns. They don't have straight fractional prices of gold in them, or the amounts of gold in them. They're shy. The Swiss franc is shy of a fifth ounce, but yet everybody says, oh, it's got a fifth ounce. It makes a difference if you're buying a substantial amount. So please call us if you have any questions, and please shop your prices. All right, give us a call at 1-800-375-4188. Delivery. I've heard, again, promises of delivery of, 3-4 weeks. Folks, 4 weeks is too long. And then it's delayed 6 weeks and 8 weeks. It's too long. So give us, and it does make a difference. You know, you support a lot of these people because of programs. But folks, it's time they start supporting you like we have over the years. So give us a call at 1-800-375-4188. Gold, we were talking about during the break, Bob, that, you know, you both think that gold's going to go crazy next week.